Okay, we found our way to the stage. We're right here at the World of Wheels in Rosemont. We found our way to the stage of the Brushmasters. And I just met this awesome young lady. And for the audience at home, your name is?
Hi, my name is Karen Schuler, and I am with Ronald McDonald House Charities here in Chicagoland in Northwest Indiana.
If you could tell us, Karen, a little bit about the relationship Brushmasters has with Ronald McDonald House and how all that works.
Absolutely. So the Brushmasters have been a partner to the charity for 11 years now,
Wow.
which is incredible. In the course of those 11 years, they've helped us raise over $750,000.
That is unbelievable. $750,000, right?
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
That is some phenomenal things to help contribute to the mission of what we are, what we do. It's been amazing. We have 5 Ronald McDonald houses throughout the Chicagoland area, in addition to 3 Ronald McDonald House family rooms located inside of the hospitals, the pediatric hospitals. Plus we have 2 mobile care units that go around into underserved communities providing basic medical care.
Okay.
So it's awesome. So really what we're all about is providing hope and love and care and compassion to families whose children are being treated in the hospitals. We want to be sure that they get a warm bed to sleep in at night, a nice home-cooked meal, and provide all of the basic necessities so they don't have to worry about anything else except giving the care to their child that is so deeply needed at that time.
I was going to say, I couldn't put it any better than she just did. It's such a critical time for people, a tragic time too, where you just need all the love and support you can get, and you want your loved one to get better.
Absolutely, and all of our services are provided at an extremely low rate. For folks who stay in the house, we ask for a $10 per night donation from the families.
Okay.
But we never turn any families away due to their inability to pay. So that's why groups like the Chicago Brushmasters are so important to be able to help continue funding our mission and do what we're able to do.
And before we go any further, you're here with Ronald McDonald House, but you're on the stage of the Brushmasters. Kind of tell us what you're observing, what's going on around here right now.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So we are at the World of Wheels show here in Rosemont, and the Chicago Brushmasters are a team of auto artists that specialize in pinstriping. So it's super cool. They're taking old parts of cars, like this fish that you see behind me, to glass vases, we have a church pew bench in the back that's currently being made up into a whole Chicago Blackhawks.
I just saw the artists working on that.
The stuff that these artists come up with is truly incredible.
And the other thing I enjoy when I visit this facility, and the Brushmasters particularly, is the artists. It's a working in progress.
Yes.
Artists are working on the pieces that in fact will be auctioned off, and so if you come here as a visitor, you get to see them working on a piece you could potentially bid on and buy in an auction.
Absolutely. We have 6 auctions throughout the weekend, and just as you said, our artists are behind the stage right now, cranking away, generating some pretty cool pieces that you're going to see on the auction block later tonight and tomorrow.
Okay. I know you're a busy gal. PR is a big business, and there's people all around here I know want to speak to her, but I want to personally thank you on behalf of AC Variety and Dave Paninsky, the owner and operator of AC Variety, for taking the time to speak with us and on stage here and kind of viewing some of the stuff we have to offer. And last but not least, I would be remiss if I didn't say best of luck in fundraising with Ronald McDonald House in 2018.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you being out here with us today and with the Chicago Brushmasters.
Absolutely.
And thanks so much for stopping by.
Okay. Stay with us. We just got here and we got oodles of stuff to look at. She is an exclusive with Sephora Cosmetics with J.C. Penney. I'm selling her. I thought it was with you guys. I thought maybe somebody said, well, what was that?
Yosemite Sam Radoff. Sam used to do all his business.
folks, with the media, we obviously have a Santa Fe Speedway memory. Would you like to share that?
Believe it or not, this sign was sitting on 290 off of 294 for years.
Right, it should have been around Interstate 55 too,
Yeah,
right?
well, that was the interchange right
Okay,
there.
okay.
And for years, I wanted to get the sign. I'm like, this thing is sitting here, nobody's
And
ever
it's got to be rescued.
Evidently somebody rescued it.
Now I know it was above a little electrical shed,
Right.
small barn.
Correct.
And I have pictures of it on my hard drive at home.
Correct.
You know, from that somebody took through the years, and I know it went down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I really don't know how long it's been missing for. Do you know when it was last taken?
I'm going to say, and I'm sick of my neck out, it could be totally inaccurate, at least 3 years that
I'd say at least.
Yeah.
At least.
So
we've been to Santa Fe. We grew up in Santa Fe.
Really?
Parents taking us as teenagers, you know, friends driving.
Okay.
In it.
Oh, yeah, a lot of friends.
Well, you know what? Give us some names. Your name is?
My name is Scott Capel and my wife Debbie.
Debbie? Okay. Did you have a favorite late model driver back in the day?
God.
Are you going to say Tony Izzo?
Tony Izzo. Why? You have a connection with Tony Izzo?
We have some, I know some mutual friends or mutual relatives that are distantly related to him.
Okay.
That was it, and I kind of lost contact with him even.
He was even in Raceway Park too for a while.
Yes, on asphalt.
Right.
Jimmy O'Connor.
Jimmy O'Connor, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
I loved all the demolition derby races. That was a lot of fun. Demolition
Okay.
derby. We started doing some of the cars at Route 66. Sometimes groups of cars like Purple Passion. What was it?
Orange Crush.
Orange Crush. You know, they all had team names.
Yeah.
So they carried it over, and that was kind of fun to see because after Santa Fe went away, there wasn't much left for a while.
I'm going to throw another late model driver out there, see if they light up. Little John Provenzano.
Oh, yes. Yes, do remember.
Okay.
So you know the names better than me. I'm forgetting them.
Yeah, well,
They're all
it's
coming back to
like yourselves, although I didn't geographically live close to the track, I always had this thing for stock car racing, either on asphalt or dirt. And I hated to see that track go. Matter of fact, I hated to see all the small tracks go, and they're all, you know, with the exception of the Dirty O in Route 66 there. That's about the only thing that's around. And Grundy.
Ileana's gone now. They're all
you're right. Ileana's gone now.
Yeah, we were there. Sometimes the bus races were fun to watch there when our little guy was little because Santa Fe was gone already. So.
Yeah.
Great memories.
Yes, and thank you so much. We came up to these folks cold. We saw them posing in front of the Santa Fe Speedway sign, so I knew they got a hot memory. We got to hear about it. So
thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Let me grab a hand there.
Thank you.
God bless you guys. Thanks for coming up. Okay, you never know what old friends you run into at an event like this. And World of Wheels, boy, it brings all the car guys together. And some of the media guys like us. And there's a media face I think you'll remember. Let me introduce you to this gentleman. And you are?
Bob Cooch. I used to be the president of Toys for Tots. I'm still actively involved. And Bill Wolf from Motorsports Unlimited fame put us on TV probably 20 years ago.
Sure.
And we started Toys for Tots TV on public access TV.
Right.
Got him involved in the J.C. Whitney car show. And anybody that's a gearhead in Chicagoland or its suburbs knows this gentleman because he did a weekly gearhead show.
Absolutely.
Boats, lawnmower racing, ultralights, motorcycles, and he's legendary in Chicago.
Right.
And especially with his girls, the lovely ladies of motorsports.
Always had a couple of nice ladies with him. And speaking of a couple of nice ladies, we got a couple of strong-looking dudes on either side here. But all right. But anyhow, they're holding up some posters. What's this about?
Well, Bill's been sick for the last couple of years. He had a heart condition, and now he's been ailing with a back injury, and he hasn't been doing the shows anymore.
Right.
So last year we tried to put a benefit together, and we couldn't get a place. So Larry Fletcher over here, who used to run Mods and Rockers in the Ace Cafe, he does the Motobot. It's become a huge urban motorcycle rally and car show. And when I met him at the IMS show, he says, Cooch, whatever you guys want to do for Bill Wood, it's all yours. So graciously on June 24th, he is allowing us to be at Motobot, and we're going to have a building at Fulton and Ashland to pull off this benefit for Bill Wilt from 11 to 6 at night.
I am blown away. That is a great venue. And I notice, I see Leadfoot's on board with this too now.
Well, Leadfoot, April Miller and Kurt, we started writing stories for them over 20 years ago, they used to have a motorcycle section.
Sure.
So if you ever read a story about Sturgis Toys for Tots, we used to help them out so one hand washes the other. They know that we love Bill, they do too, and graciously, they got them in their circular for World of Wheels, and it's huge. Everybody's seeing it already.
You know what? My hat's off to you guys. First of all, to be here, World of Wheels, you're catching the core crowd you want to get this exposed to. But to put this thing together, and it could have been for a better gentleman, it's done so much pioneering. We wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today if it wasn't for Bill years ago, forging a path out there to getting us all out there and getting the word about motor racing from 2 wheels to 4 wheels out there. He was a great guy, still is a great guy. Hats off to you guys for bringing it to the light.
Well, again, we want to educate everybody about it, so pick up your latest issue of Leadfoot News. The whole flyer's in there. And I want Larry to talk about Motoblock, because a lot of people here don't know about it, and it's become a happening. It was basically mods and rockers back in the days, but now it's mods and rockers and hot rods and hill build rat rods. You got it. Larry, tell them about what you do.
Give us the 1-2.
Yeah, Motoblot happens. This is going to be the 5th year.
Okay.
It's at Corner of Ashland and Fulton, and it's a urban street rally. Hot rods, motorcycles. We have 2 stages, 30 bands.
Wow.
It's a fantastic happening, and it, like I said, it's basically a lifestyle event for everyone that loves hot rods and motorcycles and the music, the scene. And we're really happy to be able to do this Bill Wilt Memorial, as he's going to be the first inductee into the Motoblot Hall of Fame.
Okay,
so that's
this
what
is
we're doing.
A totally pioneering thing now.
Exactly.
So it's nice that this event happens in June. God bless you. You get good weather, you know.
Right, exactly.
But so on and so forth. And I'd be remiss. I got to ask this guy. You're holding a Motoblot. Is that the card advertising?
Key board of director for Toys for Tots forever.
Oh,
Former board of director.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, this is our block here for Motoblock, our advertisement.
Okay.
And also it has advertisement for the days that we're going to be there.
And for our audience at home, your name one more time is?
Andy Stremp.
Andy.
And my job is to try to keep up with Bob, but I can't do it, you know?
Well, one story. Do you remember the Hot Wheel motorcycle that we had made by Mattel back in the 1990s?
Yes, I do.
Okay, they become collectibles. Andy was in charge of that. That generated close to
$750,000 that we
Toys for
donated
Tots.
to various charities around Chicago.
Wow.
So he was in charge of the money back then.
Wow.
But he's charging the money now for Bill Wilt.
Yeah.
So that benefits on June 24th. And again, we want to thank Motoblot for letting us allow. We're going to have a building there that day. So even if it rains, we're still going to be there.
You'll be out of the weather then.
And every car that comes, they're graciously donating their admission fee to the Bill Wilt benefit.
Wow.
And he's the first inductee. We talked him into doing a Sturgis Hall of Fame, a Motoblot Hall of Fame, and Bill Wilt's going to be the first inductee.
It's time.
Anyhow, listen, guys, thanks for stepping up. And again, I want to thank Dave from AC Variety, the owner and operator of AC Variety. Gave the thumbs up to do this promo, and we couldn't feel happier about it. Folks, mark your calendar. You heard it all about it here. Stay with us. We got more coming.
God bless you.
God bless.
Sound check, we're still good? Sound check, we're still good? Let's get this. Christy sings a cappella too in addition to
Really?
Absolutely not. Birds fall from the sky and die when I sing, so no.
No, really? Okay. All right, our cameraman is on a beautiful, beautiful stock car, late model, I'm assuming. And interesting, got Hoosier Rover on there too. Anyhow, okay. Usually I'm talking to some big brawny dude, and instead I am talking to someone that not only is skillful behind the wheel, but is an awesome person to know. This is Christy Penrod. Hey, kind of tell us, Christy, how'd you get your car in the show, and tell us a little about maybe the 2018 season coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our second year doing World of Wheels with our late model.
Okay.
Last year was my rookie year as a late model competitor. I did do street stock before racing late
Talk
model.
about coming up through the ranks. Wow.
Well, I actually started racing when I was 5. I started with go-karts.
I knew that was coming.
I've been doing it for a while, but we transitioned when I was 15. We kind of lied about my age and put me in a stock car. And
you didn't hear that here.
Yes. But we, put me in a stock car, and I raced street stock for 4 years, made history as the first female to win a track championship.
Excellent.
And then we decided to go into a late model, but there's stipulations. We had to win a championship, and my dad wanted me to test for a whole year before putting me out there with, guys who've been doing it for so long.
Absolutely.
So last year was my first year, and I got 5th in points out of roughly 42 competitors. Rookie of the year, and then the fans voted me most popular driver. It was the coolest thing. So this year, we're going to be at the same track. We're going to add some tour races, travel a little bit, and just kind of see what we can do.
Okay, what is your home track?
Grundy County Speedway in Morris.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were just talking to some people earlier about a lot of the paved quarter-mile, half-mile tracks. They're kind of disappearing. I don't know.
Yes.
Grundy County's been around like forever.
Yeah.
But we'll use Ileana for an example.
Yeah, I raced at Ileana before it closed. Yeah.
Okay.
So sad to see it go.
Yeah, a lot of people. And what I like to hear is up and comers like you, especially in the female ranks, because you're blazing a trail. Whether it's Danica Patrick or yourself, you guys, you know what I mean? And I think it's going to bring a popularity and empower a lot of young women to yes, I can do this and do it competitively.
No, absolutely. I was raised on the idea that I could race with boys and I could do what they can do just a little bit better maybe. And honestly, it doesn't faze me anymore. I've been doing it so long, and then, kind of a minority in that group being female, and so it doesn't scare me.
I know in general in stock car racing, no one, especially if it's a feature race or whatever, no one's going to really cut you a whole lot of slack.
No. Oh no.
If your car's running,
especially as a rookie, I'm young too.
Right. Well, you know what? Tell us a little bit about number 42. The motor, the chassis, how you have it set up?
So this is a Howe chassis. It's not necessarily a specific type of car because they custom build their chassis.
Okay.
And then we put a custom body on top of that. So it's actually a 5-star body. It's a Ford Fusion model, which doesn't look anything like a Ford Fusion.
I was going to say, the roof line almost looks Monte Carlo-ish, but I might let that go.
And we have a Ford crate in there. We actually just had it refreshed by McGonigal Engines. They do our engines. And so we've kind of redid everything this season, including body restoration and refreshing the motor and kind of rebuilding everything, make it a little bit better maybe.
Sure. Okay. Last thing too is, do you fool around with the rear end gear ratios depending on the track you're running?
Yeah, so we typically run 1/3 of a mile, so we stick with that gear pretty much. But if you do go to a bigger track, smaller track, you do have to change it. Otherwise you'll be on the rev limiter for more, like the whole straight.
Yeah, no sense of really cooking that crate motor, Anyhow, I am just great. First of all, I'm so glad that you were here at the booth when we came walking by. And we want to thank you for coming out and taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
And on behalf of AC Variety, we want to wish you a very successful 2018 season.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Stay with us. Okay, car enthusiasts come in all shapes, sizes, and ages. This cool dude right here I just met, I'm going to let you know who he is and your name is.
My name is Hunter.
Hey, give us an idea of what your favorite cars are on the show today.
Well, I really like the Mustangs.
Really
and
a Ford
the
guy,
Camaros.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Chevy, that's good. And go ahead.
I also like the, what's the name of them? My grandpa has one. I know you're not going to know from my grandpa having one. You don't know my grandpa.
That gives us a guess. We can get some off-camera hints here.
What?
You know what?
It's a Cutlass 442, I'm sorry.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Your grandpa's got a 442? That's awesome. Really, even more value. I'm gonna guess. 68?
5.
Wow, that's really okay. Sorry, I had to.
I'm sorry.
Family and friends are back there. We wanted to share. As a matter of fact, maybe we should walk over there and put them in the background without them knowing it. Should we do that real fast or whatever? Anyhow, is this your first World of Wheels? Have you been coming with your family?
I've been coming for around 5 years now.
Wow, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Long time. Now, here comes the $1,000 question. As you get older, 16, get your license, Do you find yourself kind of be a car enthusiast? Will your
Yeah.
family let you have a high performance car?
Yeah.
Okay, did
Totally.
you hear that over there, guys? and I think they could be willing to pay for it. What do you think?
Well, they paid for a lot of things.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hopefully save up enough money to buy it myself.
You know what? I love this guy. He reminds me, this is the way I grew up. You wanted it, start saving. Hey, I got to shake your hand. That is a great attitude to have. Anyhow, thanks for coming up and speaking with us. And any other thoughts before we say goodbye?
Hi, Mom.
Oh yeah, I would be. Mom, you're missing a great show over here too. You know, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask your age and where do you go to school?
I am 13 and I go to Hauser Junior High School in Riverside.
Terrific. Okay, shout out to any friends besides Mom. They know who
my
they
grandma.
are. Okay, that'll do it. Listen, again, thanks for coming up. Great time. We got more coming from World of Wheels. Stay with us. Hey, just came to see Dale Earnhardt Jr. I think I missed him. You see him behind me? Hey, we're rolling. This is super spontaneous. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna spin the flag around the Motors a Go-Go.
Okay.
That's where we cover auto events. We're AC Variety. We just happen to be going by. We're also big fans of Chicagoland Speedway. So kind of tell us about last year and this season and what events you have coming up.
Absolutely. So we actually have two tracks. We have the Speedway itself. So Chicagoland Speedway is a 1.5 mile D-shaped tri-oval. Stars of NASCAR race on each year. So that is returning. It is all three of the NASCAR National Series and then the ARCA Racing Series.
Okay.
And those are actually switching from September to July.
I saw that in the NASCAR schedule.
Yes, yeah.
Usually July it's a little hot, but it's fun.
Yeah, so we have an average temperature in Chicago on July 1st of 78 degrees. So we're hoping it's going to be that perfect
That
mix.
sounds like perfect racing stock car weather to me. But
It does, it does. And then because that date moved up in 2018, our NHRA event moved up because we also have the quarter mile drag strip of Route 66 Raceway. So we own and operate both. And the NHRA Nationals then is happening May 31st through June 3rd. And that is, your John Force, Brittany Force, Courtney Force, Leah Pritchett,
We've had the
Schumacher.
We've had the privilege of being out there for NHRA.
Lovely.
Got the credentials to be there, and we great event. You folks really know how to put it out.
That's our world. That's our baby. So obviously, like NASCAR and NHRA are our biggest events, but we also have some supporting events. So the Burn Down at Sundown is actually right after 2 weeks after NASCAR in July, and that is our fire show. It is the jet cars, the fire breathers, then it's kind of everything around like heat, and we have fire twirlers and pyro towers and anything and everything that you can think
all
of.
the pyrotechnics in one event.
We do our best. And then in August, on August 18th, we'll actually host our Route 66 Classic. Last year, it got a total revamp. The Midway was new and improved. We had a tiki bar. We had a pinup contest.
I think you even had some craft shows and things.
Yes, we had a vintage fair.
We were there.
We had a vintage fair. We had vendors. We had a pinup contest, which is where we got our lovely Miss Classic, who's with us today.
Hi, Miss Classic.
Who is lovely and with us today. So we'll have the return of the pinup contest this year.
Yes,
We will have the tiki bar will be back. It was a huge hit. Every time we went over there, we were out of alcohol, which is a good problem to have.
That's probably a good sign.
Yeah, we had mega milkshake. snacks. We'll have Mom's Meatloaf sandwiches, the new and improved Midway, and then obviously we have Nostalgia Match drag racing on track. It's a very well community-focused event as well.
Absolutely.
The
Yes.
Chicago Brushmasters who are here are
Yes.
returning. They were there in 2017. They're returning in 2018. We just actually confirmed that today. I went over there and chatted with them.
Okay.
And all those proceeds from their auctions, just like they do here, go to Ronald McDonald House.
Absolutely.
We tied in Pits for Patriots, which Tanya won our Queen of Hearts contest. So all the pinup contest girls had to go into the crowd and raise money for a good cause. So
Now, the pinup thing, that was the first time that was done last year.
it was
Okay.
at our track, yeah. So that
Right.
was the first time. Tanya was our inaugural winner. She'll be back and crowning the next Miss Classic in 2018 on August 18th. And then new this year, and we just added it, is the return of the Super Chevy Show. A lot of people know that to be on the drag strip and involve a drag racing component. This year we're starting off at kind of, it was something that we just put onto the schedule. We just announced it the other day. So it is going to be actually at Chicagoland Speedway in our Champions Park. So it's not going to have drag racing this year, but hopefully in the next year or two it will have that drag racing component. But it's just like the magazine itself, the Super Chevy. So anything, GM, Buick, Chevy, obviously.
Any General Motors product. That was
Absolutely. So a car show, a world-class judge car show, something like this, as well as the just kind of a cruising aspect and a vendor show.
I would be remiss. Did you mention, because you're giving us a plethora of information.
We have a lot of events.
It's an exciting place to be at all season. But did you mention NMRA? I didn't.
Yes, I did not mention it, but we do have NMRA and MCA as well. We'll host the 14th annual Super Bowl of Street Legal Drag Racing. And that is, I'm blanking on the date. My schedule's right over there. But it is, we are bringing it back. It is a tried and true event for us. Obviously, we love to give, the muscle car culture and the Ford some love as well. So it is an awesome event.
Little manufacturer's rivalry there, too.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we're hoping to get. And also with bringing out the Super Chevy show, we're getting a little bit more of these manufacturer plays.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then we also have our test and tunes and our bracket races. One of our test and tunes this year is actually going to be branded to Mopar. We, got to give love to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And so we also obviously have those events as well. So it's a full schedule. And we have imports twice a year. May is on the calendar. October is to be announced. So we have something for everybody, that's for sure.
Okay, and the program you have with the young adults racing miniature dragsters.
The junior dragsters. Yes. So our junior dragster series, actually one of our recent employees, Megan, over here, was a junior dragster that actually, she's a junior drag racer that now races a Mustang. But so she came up through our junior dragster program.
You aged out of juniors,
She aged out of juniors.
Okay.
But she's an awesome success example, and now she's working events for us because she's so knowledgeable.
There you go.
And needs
and if
some
anything
experience.
else here, folks, again, I see an empowerment of women here.
We do our best.
All around,
absolutely, and
all around.
that's the one thing you love about drag racing in particular. It's so diverse. It has tons of women who are just kicking ass every weekend. Got Leah Pritchett.
She doesn't pull any punches with the words here either.
Heck no. But Courtney Force, Brittany Force, Leah Pritchett, formerly Alexis Ajoria. It was just, it's such an all-inclusive, sport, and that's what we love, and that's. We have girls like Megan, women like Megan who, are awesome. We want to have them on our staff. So.
Well, we're going to get this young lady PR person here take a break.
Thanks. Because it's a lot of mouthful.
And you know what? I'm getting the signal from our director. I think we have to do this over again. I don't think.
Oh my goodness. No double takes.
Okay, no double takes.
No double takes. That was a mouthful.
I thank you for letting us come up to you cold. No preparation.
No problem at all. That's my job.
You laid it out. You laid it out perfect. And look forward to seeing you and the general public out there at
absolutely all
at
season
these
long.
events. Okay.
So
let me grab a hand.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Stay with us. We got more coming. Hey, you might recognize some of these cars we're about to eyeball. If you're a fan of the Fast and Furious series of movies, some of the hardware that was in that movie is here today. So, let's start on the far end and go down memory lane here. This GTX 440, favorite of mine here. So, 71 Plymouth GTX from one of the Fast and Furious movies. We can go around the car real fast. Something about the smooth lines on a 71 like this, just really nice, sweet, aerodynamic. Love it. And in the movie, it was killer. And next to it, we've got a Challenger. This silver beauty is really, really nice. 2018 Dodge Neiman. It looks the part, doesn't it? Something about the flat black hood matched on the roof kind of really looks nice. Moving down, we gotta get an import in here. Something sporting Toyo tires. Nothing like a Subaru BRZ. Talk about doing some serious drifting or spinning this car around. This car's a high revving, high flying machine. Kind of digging it, really digging the wheels and stuff that are on it. Back end looks nice too. And not to be outdone with a little Subaru action, but nothing like some good old USDA metal, like to the tune of a 1966 Corvette Stingray. What can I say, man? The modifications on this Vet are unbelievable, including the flared wheel wells on the back, coupled with power plant that's in here, and that red is just killer. And one of the cool things too is the bumpers are flat black instead of the traditional chrome and stainless grille in the front. So, and again with the fender flares a little bit on the front too, it gives you that nice wide stance. Corvette 66 Stingray, nothing like USDA metal. And we're gonna sum up with a highly modified Charger. This thing, this just kills me. It almost looks like it's with that finish, it almost looks like it's a stainless steel body, but it's known as the Dodge Ice Charger, and you can see why. Modifications, heavy. I love what they did with the paint and the theme. Flared wheel wells, as well as the accents to around the windows, kind of keep everything in place. Full roll cage in there too. Fast and Furious. Some of the awesome cars of the Fast and Furious.
Do a love song now. It's a love song by the Reverend Horton Heat about divorce. She took the dog back to the galaxy island. She got a cat, I got a country dog on She took the fish, I took the bowl. She got the dishes by a pan. But things ain't so bad, 'cause I got a galaxy 500. Thank you so much.
Now, it's my understanding, I think your daughter told me that you knew the family that owned Santa Fe Speedway?
I actually worked there.
Okay.
I worked there. When they closed, I made an agreement with them that I would move all their equipment off their property.
Okay.
Saying that I could take anything I wanted from the racetrack. So I chose the signs.
Yeah.
I took a truckload of signs, and this was part of the agreement.
Okay, because this was at a remote location.
This was at a remote location.
Okay.
What happened was, after the racetrack closed, the property was actually owned by Kenny Keene.
Okay.
A dear friend of mine, just passed away recently. He owned the property, and they had a permit for a billboard there. And they wanted to put up a new billboard, but they wouldn't let them do that because it turned into a legal battle.
Okay.
So they left it up, and the building was falling.
Yeah, it sure was.
Both
Yeah.
parties finally agreed that you should take it down, it's unsafe. So when they took it down, the sign company took it with them, and then Kenny seen it in a magazine for sale for $7,000.
Are you kidding me?
I still got the article.
Okay.
And then Kenny called the sign company and says, "Hey, where's my sign? Bring it back." So the next day, they ended up finding out that the employee of the sign company took it home, and he was trying to sell it. So they got the sign, brought it to Kenny. Kenny called me and said, "Come pick up this damn sign, will you?" So I ended up picking up the sign. I had it stored. The deal with all the signs that I've gotten from the racetrack was,
Sure.
and I went through a lot of signs, is I give them to people that love Santa Fe.
Absolutely.
And the deal is you just can't sell it. If you love it, I'll give it to you.
And it's a personal meaning at that point.
Yes.
Not if that's the value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the deal is you just can't sell it. So I've given away a lot of signs. I've kept this one. I've had this one for over 20 years. This is the second time I've had it out.
Okay.
The first time was they dedicated a rock at 91st and Wolf Road.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I brought it to the dedication. I laid it out on the grass, and you see on Facebook that Illinois Harley Davidson got it, and it's a copy, and I got the real deal.
Yeah.
And so I brought it to the sign the rock dedication. The Brushmasters asked me Thursday if I still had it. I told them yeah, and they said bring it.
Wow.
They said it would be a hit, and so I brought it. I unwrapped it, brought it. It's been an absolute big hit. People love it. People taking pictures, pointing, just, man, instant memories.
We at AC Variety were looking at the sign earlier, and we got approached by several people thinking we were involved in the sign.
Yeah.
So we talked to a lot of people a little earlier before you and I have talked. Yeah. And by the way, I didn't get your name. You are?
My name is Mike Penrod.
Okay.
I was a racer at Santa Fe.
Okay.
Won a couple championships. When my wife had kids, I told her I wouldn't drive anymore. They called me, and I was an official at their track for a couple years right before they closed.
Okay.
So I love Santa Fe. I'm a die-hard Santa Fe
I was
guy.
just going to say, I can go down a lot of memories with you, especially late model drivers and stuff like that. But
you know what? I just am a die-hard dirt guy.
Okay.
So,
I used to go back and forth a little bit. I used to like Raceway Park. I used to like the asphalt stuff once in a while.
I raced at Raceway Park in the early 80s.
Okay.
So,
okay. Well, let me ask you this at this point. This is a big, big sign. This was alongside of an interstate. How do you take it apart to move it to a location like this to display?
We screw it together. It's on wood.
Yeah, I see you got a little easel on the back.
Yeah, we got it standing up, and we just unscrew it, stack it up, and take it away.
Okay.
And then when I get it home, I wrap it up.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
We wrap it up with tarps, and this is only the second time it's been out in over 20 years.
Wow,
So.
we feel honored to see it.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it to the racing memorabilia show at the end of March in Piatone.
Okay.
And then after there, we want to give it to the Illinois Stock Car Museum in Roscoe. That's the intention behind it. That's ultimately where it's going.
Okay.
So,
good landing for it too, because you know it'll be appreciated there and enjoyed by many. And
absolutely.
Hats off to you for saving it, along with your friends that were involved in it. And I agree with you 100% on all your memorabilia from Santa Fe. Give it to people that they feel it in the heart.
I got offered a lot of money for this thing.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. It makes you stop and think for a minute. But,
and I was like, you know what? I said when I got it, I told Kenny that this is the deal. If I wanted to keep it for myself, I put it in my bar.
Yeah.
But you know what? I truly want everybody to have it.
Yeah.
And I think Roscoe would be the best bet.
Sure.
So.
All right. At this point, I'm going to grab a hand. I want to thank you so much for coming up and speaking with us.
Not a problem.
It solves the mystery.
Yeah.
And like I said, at this event, World of Wheels, this has been a crowd stopper. So what can I tell you?
It's been a hit.
All right.
The Brushmaster guys are regretting it because everybody asked when it's going up for auction.
Yeah.
You
imagine that. Yeah. Anyhow, stay with us and thanks for tuning in. We're back. We're AC Variety.
95, 100, 100, 110, 110, 120, 120, 130.
Okay, if you ever wonder how an event like this gets put together that attracts thousands and thousands of people of all smiley, happy faces, you have to meet this man. Fantastic. Your name, sir?
I'm Larry Way, and I'm the Public Relations Director here at the Riley Auto Parts World of Wheels.
Wow. It's spellbound with what you put together here every year.
Every year it gets better and better, and it's a tribute to the local car owners. 90% of the vehicles here are from the Chicagoland area.
Right.
We have touring cars. We bring in Fast and Furious cars. We bring in celebrities. We do all these different things, but the mainstay is people from here. Now we do have people on the ground here getting these cars together.
Right.
But this is one of the biggest shows we have, and probably one of the best shows we have. We have the ISCA International Show Car Association Championship Finals, and what that is, the top show cars. Several of them go from city to city to compete for points, and the shootout is here. Now the banquet's tonight, so they've decided, the judges have decided today, or yesterday and today, who the winners are. So there's going to be one happy guy and a lot of disappointed people tonight, because it's not unlike a dog show or horse show. It's a competition. People are here to win.
With rules to judge by too.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So we're really excited about this year. We also have the Tuner Galleria, which is upstairs. We have 300 cars up there.
That is unbelievable.
We got all these tuner cars, the luxury cars. They're into all kinds of different things, and it's great because that's a younger crowd. They don't want to come down here and look at hot rods that their dads have. They want to go up and hang out with the stuff that they have. So this is a great addition to our show.
You just touched on a good point. You've got grandpa and grandma here, and you've got the millennials here. You know what I mean? And there's something for everybody here. My God, you have the best exhibit of motorcycles here that I've ever seen.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
The motorcycle thing is fantastic.
So,
now, what it is, what has changed? 15 years ago, we had bikini contests and all that.
Oh yeah.
It's not. We're trying to promote family entertainment. We're not unlike monster trucks, WWE. We're providing family entertainment. We want mom and dad and the kids to come. So we're having a little bit of everything. And when you walk in the doors here and you see these cars, you see these cars that are worth $1 million that they spent so much money on. People just go, wow, it's rolling automotive art, and it's evolved into a great thing for us here in Chicago. This is one of the best crowds we've ever had.
I have to admit, I know, thank goodness we have the weather with us. Just a few weeks ago, we had 10 inches of snow on the ground.
This is
absolutely
perfect weather.
So, and to your compliment also, you touched on it about families. We personally noticed with the film crew when we first entered today, saw a lot of moms and dads, kids in the stroller, and I thought, wow, this is really special.
This is what we're
cool.
after. We had Dale Earnhardt Jr. was
here. Yes,
there.
earlier. Yeah.
this morning there was people camped out at 6:30 in the morning. We didn't open until 10, and they had hoods and car parts. I mean, they just ran to.
For a signature.
They're trying to get through the maze with all these car parts, but he got through almost everybody. He's a fantastic guy.
Yeah, he will stay to the bitter end.
He did real good for us. Tomorrow we have John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Right.
Now the Dukes of Hazzard's 40 years old. It's still strong, and it draws grandfathers and fathers and moms are watching, but the kids and grandkids are watching it with them. I mean, when we look at the line we'll have tomorrow, it's all different generations. It's fantastic. He's great. I've known John since the show was on in the 80s. So we might go through a 5 or 7 year period where we don't see each other. The last 3 years we've seen a lot of each other.
Okay, that's fantastic.
He's a great guy. I love him. He's great.
Which brings us to 2018. You raised the bar. I mean, I don't know how you can get better now.
See what happens every year. The cars get better, and that's what the cars and trucks get better.
Okay.
And that's tribute to the exhibitors and the car builders, the availability of parts, the availability of materials, and the quality of the materials. So once somebody comes up here, then everybody else, even say your $1 million, this car behind us is if you paid somebody to build that car, it'd be 1.5, maybe 2 million. But most of the cars are that we would own, like $25,000, $30,000 cars, but you're doing more of the work yourself, but the quality gets better. So as the higher priced cars, so do the other ones. There's no junky cars here. Now, 15 years ago, there was questionable cars because you want to fill the floor, but everything's just gotten better and better.
And speaking of questionable cars, this always killed me when this first became popular, but rat rods are here. And a lot of people like, oh my God, there's a big following of rat rods, and they're really interesting to look at.
Well, you would think, my baby boomers, you would think that's the rat rod generation, because what it is, it's how those vehicles might have been after, say, World War II, when the guys came back, they didn't have money to finish them.
Exactly.
It's not. I mean, those people are 30, 40 years old.
That's
or
right.
25, 30. Those who are building the rat rods.
Yeah.
And we have Gene Winfield here. Gene's 90 years old. He's been chopping a car. They started on that 38 Ford yesterday afternoon. He worked till 10 o'clock last night.
Wow.
He's in at 10 o'clock this morning. He hasn't sat down. He's 90 years old.
Amen,
He's there
brother.
pounding. He's unbelievable.
All right, if not anything, folks, it keeps you young. Yeah, right?
It does.
At this point, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you,
grab
guys.
a hand.
Thank you for your support. We appreciate you guys
Well,
coming.
we appreciate you always opening the door for AC
we hope
variety.
you'll come back every year.
Okay, it's a date. You know, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back to you. Stay with us.
Hey everybody, I'm Justin Moore and you're watching AC Variety.
You had me fooled. I thought it was old school. Can you guys turn around and wave to that camera? Let's go, hey.
No te queda de otra, tienes que olvidar. Un engaño no se borra fácil, aunque tú no quieras, sabe recordar. Esos dos amigos se dieron la mano, cantaron canciones y gritaron por ella, por la que se fue, por la que vendrá, por la que se queda. Esos dos amigos brindaron por ella.
You know, it's funny, we've been here for hours and our energy level is still up there. We're walking through now and we're on our way kind of out the door at World of Wheels 2018 at the Donnelly Stevens Convention Center. And we're around where the custom motorcycle bikes, custom bikes, some nice Harleys, some lowriders, some baggers, great looking stuff. Met a lot of cool people in all facets of motorsports and custom cars. Great time. If you don't have a chance to come down here, you view this, it's got to whet your palate. This is by far one of the best, biggest shows in the Midwest. To me, it surpasses what goes on in Detroit, but you be the judge. You come down here sometime. The World of Wheels, say for instance in 2019. In the meanwhile, let AC Variety bring it right to you in your living room, in front of your computer, on your phone, whatever. We enjoy doing it. David Paninsky, the man that owns AC Variety, owner and operator, he's behind the camera today. And I'm Jim Alaruso. We totally love bringing this kind of stuff to you. And I hope you'll continue watching. We get a lot of positive feedback for both the automotive stuff we do and the rock videos with a lot of well-known Midwestern bands. So, on behalf of AC Variety, ACV Television Network, Motors A Go-Go, and themusicaljunction.com, all part of AC Variety family, we bid you goodbye.